Okay, it's
I was
seven.
gonna say, it was a nail biter, right?
It's 7 o'clock. I'd like to call the Budget Review Committee to order. It's November 9th, 2023, and we're in the Aldermatic Chamber. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Alderman John Sullivan is missing, but he has a proper excuse. Alderman Jettie is here. He's not near a mic, but he's making his way to it, so welcome, Alderman Jettie. Alderman Karen?
Here.
Alderman at Large Shoshana Kelly? Okay. And Alderman at Large Laurie Wilshire?
Here.
Your favorite clerk, Alderman at Large Michael P. O'Brien, is present. And our chairman, Richard A. Dowd.
Present.
Okay.
Also,
Mr. Chairman, you do have a quorum. Also in attendance is Lisa Foto, Public Works Director, and Mr. Tim Cummings, Administrative Department for the city.
okay. First item on the agenda is public comment. No members of the public here. Communications,
There are none.
unfinished business,
There is none.
new business resolutions.
Before us this evening is R-23-166, approving the cost items of a collective bargaining agreement between the Board of Public Works, the City of Nashua, New Hampshire, and Local 365 of the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, AFL-CIO, and ASME, from July 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2028, and authorizing related transfers. Mr. Chairman, I would like to make the motion to recommend final passage.
Motion on the floor is to recommend final passage to the full board on R-23-166. Director Foto, would you rather just sit or?
Sure.
Okay.
Would you like an
Yes.
overview or, okay.
Yeah, no view, yeah.
Good evening, members of the Budget Committee. Lisa Foto, Director of Public Works. We have before you a proposed a collective bargaining agreement for our AFSCME 365 unit. This is a agreement that will last 5 years from July 1st of 2023 through June 30th of 2028. We think this is a fair contract for both the city and the union. We are proposing increases of 4% in 2023, 4% in 2024, 3% in 2025, 2% in 2026, and 2% in 2027. In addition to this, we are requesting a $2 increase for our mechanics and our welder. We have 10 mechanics and 1 welder. And also $1,000 tool stipend for the 10 mechanics and the welder. So in case any of you are not familiar with this, mechanics come with close to $80,000 to $100,000 worth of tools when they start with us. And as things change and technology changes, they're required to buy their own tools when they need to fix equipment. And we've transitioned to some CNG. We're going to some electric vehicles, hopefully in the near future. So we thought that this was fair.
Just one thing, the costing sheet, it's FY 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28.
Correct.
Yep, okay. All right,
Question?
any questions? Yes, Alderman O'Brien.
Thank you. And Director Foto, as you know, as your liaison to Public Works and everything, I do know you, like other city divisions, sometimes have problems. I understand we've had the billboard signs looking for qualified truck drivers.
Correct.
And everything. And some of the way to battle that is to come up with something competitive. Do you feel this contract will do that, make the job competitive, that maybe help you lighten the load of with people looking at this as a choice career?
Yes, I do. And we've actually been seeing more interest in recent months in Public Works.
Good,
So, and
good.
yes, this contract certainly has helped because people know it's coming and have actually applied because they've seen this out there. So,
Beautiful.
so yeah, absolutely.
Good.
Any other questions with Director Foto? Alderman Jettie?
Thank you. So when I reviewed the contract, the increases work out, I'm not a mathematician, but if my numbers come out correctly, it works out to over the 5-year period, it's a 3% increase per year. Is that correct?
Roughly, yes.
Which seems very, more than reasonable to me. And I just want the public to know that. And I didn't catch that the mechanics have to buy their own tools. Is that common throughout the industry?
It is common throughout the industry, yes. And tool stipends are very common also for that reason, and that's just not something that we've had. And mechanics in particular are a group that we've had a really tough time attracting because we have not paid enough, so that's one of the reasons we're asking for the increase in the tool stipend.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All set, Alderman Jettie?
Yes.
Plus, I bet they take really good care of the tools if they belong to them.
They do. And they lock them every night.
Yes, I'm sure they do.
Yes, they do.
Any other questions? Alderman Karen?
Yes, thank you. So at this point in time, how many people are you looking for in street department, especially for truck drivers? Are you filled?
So we have 2.5 positions that were unfunded because just not enough money to fund them. But aside from that, we have all of our truck drivers currently.
Okay, well,
filled.
that's a good thing.
So, and it hasn't been that way for a while. That's fairly recent.
Right, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just one other thing, your departments all do an outstanding job in trying to keep up with all the work that they have. And you have been shorthanded, so they've been really working doubly hard to get things done and doing a great job.
Thank you.
Alderman Bryan?
Yes, thank you. And to echo your thoughts, we up at the state legislature, as Director Photo could say, have recognized that our public works throughout the municipalities and political subdivisions in the state are included as first responders because of the critical need, such as snowstorms and stuff like that. They assist fire and police and everything, so it's yeoman's work, so much needed. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for that recognition. We really appreciate that.
If there's no other questions, all right. Motion on the floor is to recommend to the full board final passage of R 23-166. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, new business ordinances.
There are none?
Not gonna take up any tabled in committee. General discussion? Anyone? No. Public comment? There's no one here from the public. Remarks by Alderman? Alderman O'Brien?
Yeah, just a personal privilege. My grandchildren, they did stay up. Maybe they're still watching. So, good night. Do what your mother tells you. And we'll see you soon. Grampy loves you. Thank you.
All right. Just one thing, we are going to have, at the next budget meeting, we're gonna have a public hearing as well, so you'll be getting all the information on that. All right. So, Alderman O'Brien.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to make the motion to adjourn.
Motion on the floor is to adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We're adjourned at 7:09.